This is a story of purpose, of resilience, and a life shaped by God. In Egypt, power ruled everything, and the Israelites lived as slaves. Day after day, they labored under heat, under pressure, but they kept growing, stronger, and more in number. Pharaoh saw it and feared it. What if they rise against us? Fear turned into control. Control turned into cruelty. Then came a command. Every Hebrew baby boy must die. But one child was born, and his mother knew he must live. So she hid him for as long as she could, until she could hide him no more. She placed him in a basket and set him on the river, not to lose him, but to save him. The water carried him far from her arms until he reached the palace. Pharaoh's daughter saw him, a child crying softly. She knew the law, but chose compassion. This child will leave, so she called him Moses. He grew up in the palace, taught, respected, raised in power. But deep inside, something never settled, because he knew who he really was. One day he saw it, an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Something broke inside him. Anger, pain, justice. He acted, and the man fell dead. Silence followed. Heavy, dangerous silence. The truth came out. And Pharaoh heard. Kill him. Moses ran, left everything behind. The wilderness became his home. Years passed, quiet, ordinary, far from everything he once knew, until one day, a bush burned, but was not consumed. He stepped closer. Then a voice called, "Moses, Moses, take off your sandals. This is holy ground. I have seen their suffering. I have heard their cries. I am sending you." Moses hesitated. "Who am I? I'm not strong enough. I can't speak well." But God said, "I will be with you." And that was enough. Moses returned and stood before Pharaoh. "Let my people go." But Pharaoh refused. Then it began. Water turned to blood. Frogs covered the land. Gnats filled the air. Flies swarmed everywhere. Livestock died. Boils broke out. Hail destroyed the land. Locusts devoured everything. Darkness covered Egypt. Still he refused. Then came the final night. A cry filled the land. The death of every firstborn, every home touched by loss. And Pharaoh broke and said, "Go." They walked out of slavery, into freedom. But Pharaoh changed his mind. His army followed. The people panicked. "We're going to die." Before them, the sea. Behind them, death. No escape. Moses stepped forward. "Do not be afraid." He lifted his staff, and the sea split. Water rose on both sides. A path appeared. They walked through, step by step, faith by faith. Then the sea returned. The army was gone. Freedom complete. Moses was not perfect. He doubted. He feared. He ran. But God still used him. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to feel ready. Because when God calls you, He walks with you, and your story is not over yet.